Hey, what's up people? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Desmond Z. If this is the first time that you've ever seen me, welcome to my channel. So, I read 13 books in the month of, what month just passed? September. Do you remember? We starting off with a song. I can't even get 30 seconds into the video. Okay, I read 13 books in the month of September, so you know what time it is. Let's wrap it up. Let's talk about them. Here we go. The New House and Perfectly Nice Neighbors. I already talked about these in a previous video. I gave this book 4 stars, I think, and I gave this one 3.5, I think. I posted these and I reviewed these in a previous video. I'll put a link up here if you would like to see the full review for those. Just Another Missing Person and NIGHTBLOOM. I gave this book 3.5 stars, and I gave this book 3.5 stars as well, I think. And I talked about these in a previous video as well. I don't know if it's the same video as the New House. It's not actually, no. But so I'll put a link up here for the video that these are posted in if you would like to see the full review for those. The Neighbor Favorite is a book about a girl. What's this woman's name? Her name is Lily Green. She's always felt inadequate, compared to the rest of her family because they are like high achievers. One day she starts messaging her favorite author because he wrote this book that she's been in love with forever. He messages her back surprisingly, and they start, you know, corresponding back and forth. And I really enjoyed that part of the book. I really love exchanges like that when they're going back and forth over email or over text message. If it's done properly, if it's done correctly, then I enjoy that. This guy she's conversing with over email about, you know, first starts off with his book that he wrote, because he's an anonymous author. Nobody knows what he looks like, nobody knows who he is, and after them emailing back and forth for a while, they may or may not end up in close proximity of each other, and one of them may or may not know that this is who the person is, that they were actually corresponding with the person that they are now in close proximity with. This is my first time reading a book by this author. Let me just say that. Her musical and cultural references in this book, it did it for me. It did what it needed to do. She mentioned Mariah's Emancipation of Mimi and said it was one of the best albums of all time. One of the characters did. I was sold. I was sold. That gave them a 4-star rating right there. Damn near 5. It sold me. It sold me on the book. It sold me on the author. It just give her the things. Give her the Pulitzer Prize. The three of us coming knock on my door. Three's company too. So essentially this book is about a woman who is actually unnamed. I think she's unnamed in this book. One of our main characters. She is married. She is married to this man, and I think, what was that man's name? Her husband. What was her husband? Only one character is actually called by their name in this book, and her name is Timmy. But the unnamed narrator, one of them, she is married to her husband, and she has a best friend named Timmy. Her best friend Timmy is a horrible person. I'm gonna just say that. Actually, nobody in this book is fully likable. I'm gonna let you know that off the top. So the woman, she is married, and her husband are always at odds because she refuses to put her friend in place. Okay, now look, I've told y'all before, platonic relationships matter. Okay, platonic relationships matter. You never throw your friends away for a man, for a woman, for a non-binary person. You never throw them away for anybody. Okay, you don't get in a relationship and just do your friends dirty. You don't get in a relationship and just throw the world away and be consumed by one person. Okay, welcome to Desmond's therapy session. I am your therapist. No, I'm actually not. This woman lets her friend just do whatever, say whatever to her husband in their house. Like, this man can't even be in his own home without being verbally attacked by this woman. And it's not just, oh, poking fun, having fun, saying some little sly stuff. No, this woman is just like always running off at the mouth. And I can see if he was like a bad person and she ain't cutting him no slack. No. So the husband's always telling the wife, you gonna say something to her, you gonna tell her to just stop popping up at our house whenever she gets ready. She never calls, she just shows up, she sits around, drinks our wines, eats our food, sleeping in our room when we not here. This woman had sex in the room at the housewarming party. You had sex in my bed with some random mother while I was downstairs getting my drink on? She should have beat her ass. She should have beat her ass. The husband, we ain't gonna cut him too much slack, because although I do feel for him in this situation, when it comes to their relationship and the things that they want, they are not, outside of the friend, they are not on the same page, okay? They ain't on the same page, okay? And he's pressuring her to do things that she really does not want to do. And so he ain't that much better, okay? So she needs to get her friend in check. She's letting her friend ruin her relationship. He needs to stop pressuring his wife to do things that she don't want to do. And the friend, you know what? She's unhappy in her life. Oh, it's supposed to be me and you against the world. It's supposed to be friends forever, no matter what, against everybody else. Yes, I understand that. Always have your dog's back. Always. To the death of y'all, okay? But when your friend is a toxic person, when your friend is a manipulator, when your friend is unhappy in her own life and she's using you as a crutch, being codependent, ruining your relationships because she's unhappy, we need to check that. We need to check that. With all that being said, I did not enjoy the beginning of this book. I was just like, okay, nothing is happening. Because it would seem like with that review, with that synopsis, that the things would be happening, especially with it being such a short book. You would think they would come through the door, kick in the door with the action. It's really not the case. It really gets going when we get to Timmy. Timmy. T-E-M-I. Is it Timmy? Because now it just sounds like I'm talking about little Timmy that fell down the well. When we get to the best friend, she made it more interesting, but I hate, like, I just wanted somebody to hit her in her teeth. John Mars, The Passengers. This book is about a group of people who all get into their vehicles. They are automated, self-driving vehicles. They get in them, tell them, you know, where they want to go, da-da-da-da-da. Like them self-driving cars that's out here in the world that you will never see me in, that I ain't never getting in the back seat of a self-driving car and just have it just drive me to my destination. You won't get me. You won't fool me. Okay? Have y'all not seen Final Destination? Have y'all not seen Our Robot? Have y'all not seen? It's coming for y'all. I won't be participating. I won't be participating in the madness, okay? But The Passengers is about a group of different people who all get into these self-driving cars. They are in the back seat going about their business, da-da-da-da-da. And suddenly they realize, okay, the car started talking to them. Hey, look, it's been hacked. And now you about to go to a destination where you will end up dying, okay? You won't make it out of this alive. And at the same time, these self-driving cars are actually the subject of a trial that's going on. Another group of people are on a jury and they are talking about a case where someone else died because of these self-driving cars. And you know, you got people defending it, you got people going against it, da-da-da-da-da. So now that trial has also been interrupted with the camera feed of all these different people in these cars. And we've got this hacker saying these people are about to die. He's talking to the people in the cars, he's talking to the people in the trial saying, hey, I'm finna kill these people. And The whole world will be watching. Social media is lighting up because it's being broadcast everywhere. And at the core, this book is about, you know, technology and how far we're willing to go. And as technology continues to advance, who gets left behind, and how wealthy people and people with status and power and all that will always come out on top. It's about all these different things that go on in society that we know they're happening. I do enjoy technology. I do enjoy social media. I do, like, I'm here talking to a camera, talking to y'all. Okay, I'm sitting here talking to a camera to upload a video to talk to people on the internet. So obviously technology is not something that I'm against, but I am a firm believer that there is a such thing as too much automation, and it's just too much that can go wrong in everyday life already. I don't need to sit in a car that's driving itself. Now, if I'm behind the wheel, you know, maybe we can maybe talk about a little automation here, a little something like that. But as far as me sitting in the back seat, I'm just not comfortable with that at this moment in time. So talking about things like that and talking about corrupt powers and systems and all those type of things, like, I really enjoyed this book. I think I ended up giving this book 4.5 stars. Lone women, she's just a lonely woman. She's all alone by herself. She's just a lone ranger and she's a lone woman. Original song, copyright, TM. This book is about we got this woman named Adelaide who leaves her town of California, goes to Montana, like I just read in the synopsis. And when she gets there, you know, obviously she's a woman alone. She's a black woman. It's 1915. And so of course race comes up. But the big thing about this book is, you know, it's supposed to be the horror thriller aspect of it. It's not really, in my opinion. It's not the type of horror where it's like, ooh, jump in. Are you scared to look at the next page? You don't know, who gonna pop out? What we talking about? It's more of a eerie type of, it's supposed to be like a quiet, eerie type of feeling it's supposed to give you. I didn't really get that. Okay, and I'm not even a big horror fan, so even I was like, I was wishing it was a bit more ramped up. But I don't really know. I don't know. It was just, I feel like it was missing something, and it took me a while actually to get into this. Actually, no. Hold on. I take that lie back. I just lied. I'm a liar, and I just lied. At the beginning, it was actually, I was like, okay, it's cool. It wasn't all that, I ain't gonna lie. It wasn't all that. But it was like, I was like, okay, I'm feeling this. And then it got to a point where I'm like, okay, what's actually happening here? What is this book supposed to be doing? Is this literary fiction? Is this historical fiction? Is this a horror? Is this, what is exactly supposed to be going on here? Because I'm not sure. And at the end, I'm still not completely sure how I feel about this book. Like, I'm still not completely sure. It's not a bad book, but I'm not just standing on the rooftops screaming, read this book, read this book. Like, I just, that's just not what I'm doing, okay? So I'm a bit conflicted, I'm a bit confused, and I don't really know what to say about Lone Women. Rootless. I will always remember Rootless. It's not for the simple fact that it just was, you know, just touched me so deeply, but it's the fact that I went around and around and around and around and around. I DNF'd it several times. I came back and told y'all, oh, I really like it now. It's doing things for me. And it was so topsy-turvy. It's insane. I ended up giving this book like 3.5 stars. The beginning of it was so rough for me, and then it really got into a nice groove. And then the ending, I was a bit disappointed at the ending. I did not see that coming, and I didn't like it. Tough Crowd. Tough Crowd is another one that I read last month. I already talked about that in the previous video. I gave that book 5 stars. I thoroughly enjoyed that book. It was funny, had a nice plot, I listened to that one on audio. It is read by the author. I wanted to buy a physical copy, but as a citizen of the United States of America, unless I just wasn't looking in the right place, I can only get it from like Waterstone or something. So I think I'm gonna order it from there, but it was gonna take like forever to get here. And when I buy a book, when I purchase a book, if I'm not getting it from the bookstore, if I purchase it online, I need it in my hands within 2 to 3 days. Like, I need it. I need it, and no matter where I'm getting it from. I need some expedited shipping. Okay, and I know the world is in crisis and there are bigger things going on, but I'm just, when it comes to my books, I need them in hand after I give you my money. Okay, she started it. I don't think I mentioned that one in this video yet. She Started It is another book that I read last month, and I talked about that in the previous video. I didn't really care for that one. I think that's in the same video as Perfectly Nice Neighbors in the New House. Yeah. So that link that I put up here earlier when I was talking about those, it's in that same video. Mr. Texas, Mr. Texas, Mr. Texas, Mr. Texas. Mr. Texas, Mr. Texas, talking about the Lone Star State. Yes, I am. But listen, let me tell you about Mr. Texas right here. This is a satirical novel, a little satire, and it's basically about a man. He is like a farmhand, a rancher. He owns a ranch. Yeah. And it's failing. It's failing. His name is Sonny Lamb, and this ranch is going to hell in a handbasket, okay? It is down bad. And so he ends up saving somebody. You know, big rescue. Oh my gosh, he saved me. My house was burning. And the news catches it. And after he's on the news, this government official who's in town for a recently deceased, not a congressman, not a senator. I think he's just, what is he? What that man was? I can't remember exactly what that man. He was. So I think he was like he was a representative. Something, I don't know. He was down to the Texas government. Okay, he was up in the Texas government, and so the man wants Sonny to take that man's place. He's like, oh, the news, they're loving you, hometown man, hometown hero. You the perfect person to take this person's place. I'm gonna take you down to Austin, and we're gonna run this campaign. I mean, it's fiction, like I said before. Just go with it, okay? Just go with it. Sonny gets elected, and it's basically calling out like Texas, like not only American politics, but more specifically Texas politics. It got a bit repetitive for me. I feel like we weren't really doing anything, and it was just, yeah, it was just like it started playing on a loop for after a while. It was just on a loop, and the character really wasn't going anywhere. He wasn't doing anything, and it was like, okay, at this point, why are we here? You said this, and you said that, and I know we're making fun of this, and we're making fun of that. So what now? And I think it was more of a me thing versus the book thing. Does that make sense? Because having this man who's completely 100% inexperienced, knows nothing about politics, knows nothing. He went straight from the ranch to the Texas Capitol, okay? And it pointed that out. Like, it's pointing these things out. It's showing the ridiculousness of it all, and how absurd it is that this man is in office, and how absurd it is that it actually happens in real life, and how absurd it is that you can turn on your TV and you see these people who are running this country, who are running this state of Texas, and it's like, what the hell are we doing? And the things these characters say to each other, you know for a fact that these people are actually saying it in real life. So that part, I was here for it. That part, I can get jiggy with it. Okay, I really can. I enjoyed that part. Okay, but after a while, like I said, it just got a bit. I was like, okay, I actually don't know what the point is anymore. Like, I know what the point is, but can we make it a little bit better? Oh, before I end this video, I would just like to say, I bought quite a few paperbacks. So to the authors, If I was in this video, reviewing your book and holding up a paperback, you gotta know. You gotta know you at least did something. You gotta know you at least did something to make me purchase a paperback. Nothing against them. Nothing against them. But I have said it before, and I'll say it over and over again. It's a hardcover till I die. It's hardcover till I die. It's nothing more satisfying than picking up a book without it flopping. I know some of y'all love y'all paperbacks. I know some of y'all do. And you have every right to love paperbacks. Even though hardcovers are better. That's it. That's all I have. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, just subscribe. Why are you not subscribed? Just subscribe. I also got through this video like much quicker than I anticipated. I know because most of them I had already read, but I mean, I guess it's less for me to edit, and y'all only gonna watch like 7 minutes of it anyway. And yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next one.